Philip R. Ford is a 21-year-old film senior at San Francisco State University who produced the film you just saw, Roller Coaster to Hell, for a little less than $2,000. It's a student project, and Phil, tell us a little bit about it. How did it get into motion?
Well, I've always enjoyed comic books, and this was, oh, I don't know if I was supposed to mention that, but this is based on a comic book that I had treasured when I was a child, and it was always a film that I wanted to make. I wanted to make this into a film, and one of the best things about being a grown-up and going to film school is that you can always do the things you wanted to do as a child. So I wanted to make a narrative film that would be entertaining, that would appeal to a wide audience of people, and there are certain codes that people are attracted to, and I'm also, it's kind of like almost a tribute to exploitation films, because I enjoy that kind of film.
Mm-hmm. The old kind of Roger Corman films we saw back in the 60s.
Yeah, and the combination of the two seemed to go together, and I tried to do it with a kind of a quasi-film noir photographic style, set in the early 60s with rock music in the background.
What were some of the problems you faced as a young filmmaker working with a very limited budget on this film, Roller Coaster to Hell?
Well, besides getting the money, I think the problems are probably the same that people have when they have a $20 million budget. You know, just having things go wrong. I spent a whole day waiting to get two period cars, which are barely seen at all. If you blink, you'll miss them, you know. And we just had to sit around on the camera cases because they weren't there, you know.
Where do you want to go as a filmmaker? Where is your future?
Hollywood. I mean, just like 75 or 80% of all the other people in the film school, I mean.
Yeah, but you told me an interesting thing. You said that your film, which is a very traditional Hollywood kind of spin-off of a Hollywood film, is not really made very much at San Francisco State, that this is a rare exception, the kind of material you're dealing with in the way you tell a narrative film.
Yeah, that's why, well, yeah, this film is different from other things that other people are working in. There's a lot of experimental films, avant-garde films. When you're working with a 10 or 15 or 20-minute format, it's hard to tell a real narrative story, and that's what I wanted to do. And this could have been a feature film. That's why there's so many short scenes that of very short length.
You tell me you're working on a science fiction project which sounds very ambitious.
Yeah, it's a science fiction comedy. It's kind of like a la Barbarella, something, that kind of thing. In February, I'm going to be doing a film with Doris Fish called Vegas in Space, which is about intergalactic warriors and stuff like that. And we'll have, it's set in the 60s, in the 21st century, with lime green fur on the walls and lots of lava lamps and things like that.
Despite the minor criticisms I made, Philip, I did like your film very much. It's unusual to see a narrative film done as powerfully as your film was. Well, stay tuned, because in a moment we'll be back with 2 more short films in our continuing Star Wars Gang of Tomorrow.